is we started out last week by looking at the mere fact that change is
The process.
it's a process, but it is also possible. It is a process, but it is also possible. Now, the fact that you can change, if change is possible, that means you can change for the better, or you can change for the worse. Change is possible, but it can go both ways tonight. Huh? So it all depends on what you choose to change you, who you listen to change you, what you give heed to, that will change you. Now remember, I showed you the caterpillar last week, right?
Yes.
What did we say about the caterpillar? That it was made to become what?
Butterfly.
A butterfly. But if it chooses to remain a caterpillar, it will also what?
Die as a
caterpillar. And never realizing what it was intended to become. Are you hearing me? So it has to give, remember the process when it has to give itself through the process of change. It has to lend itself through the whole process for it to become. So change is all dependent on what or who we give ourselves to. So it becomes very important, church, that we what? Know. You know change is possible. That you know. I'm going somewhere with this tonight, church. So the less you know makes you more vulnerable to deception, makes you more vulnerable to harm, to deceit, right? The less you know, right? So it is important, it is very, very crucial, it is very important that you know. What other thing did we say last week? Is why is it important that we know change is possible? Why is it important? We said something last week. Come, I need you guys to take these notes because I'm telling you, we're going to see people becoming from this. Why is it important that we know? What does knowing have to do with change?
So,
what does knowing? You know.
Alright, like me walk down the road and me know say what then they go to an hole there so. Me not go walk for drop in a hole. So it's like me know say no walk there.
Okay. So you are aware.
Aware, yeah.
Alright? Anybody else? What does knowing do? What does knowing do? Huh? It makes you very good. It makes you wise. And we're going to look at that. And it also what? What does knowing do? When you know something, when you discover something, what does it do? It changes your perspective. You're enlightened. All of that. Come on. It gives you hope, but it does something to the mind. What does knowing do to the mind? Huh? It renews it, but I'm looking for a over. Begins with O. Begins with O. So, princess, you love maths. You love maths? So if you ask your maths, square root and all of these things, right? And pi r square and these things. You know about these things. So if we give you a long equation then, as it deals with trigonometry, you'll be able to discover it. If you're huh? So I just want to use this as an example. If we practice it and we know it, it makes us aware, it enlightens us, and it almost said the word. It goes back to the mind.
Open your mind.
Opens the mind.
Amen.
That's the word I'm looking for. Open, you're not closed. When the mind is closed, right? There's a little much you can see. There's a little much, amen, you can uncover. So knowing opens the mind to see opportunities and possibilities.
Amen.
So this then makes knowledge an empowering force. It empowers you. When you know, you are empowered. Are you with me so far tonight?
Amen.
So, if knowledge makes us aware and it makes us enlightened and wiser, what does a lack of knowledge do then? Huh?
You just don't know.
Huh?
Ignorance.
Ignorance. Alright? What else? Dark, in reference to dark, you're dark, ignorant, you're limited, right? So, a lack of knowledge makes us unaware. Everything that knowledge does, a lack of it will make us the disadvantage of that, right? It causes us not to see clearly or correctly. Therefore, not knowing will put you at a disadvantage and in harm's way. We just said that. So, when God says in Hosea 4 and verse 6 that my people are destroyed for what?
Lack of knowledge.
A lack of knowledge. I want you to understand what God is saying.
Amen.
When you don't know, you are what? You're not aware. You're not open. This means certain things are hidden. It is not revealed unto you. And quite frankly, God said through the prophet Hosea, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. He tells them why they are destroyed. If you read down in the verse, he said, because you have rejected knowledge.
Amen.
You're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Why? Because you reject the very knowledge. So watch this, watch this. What does it signify when you reject knowledge? What does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean? You reject knowledge. What is it that you did not do? When you reject something, when you reject knowledge, what is it that you did not do? You did not accept it. Come on, man. When you reject something, huh? You refuse it, you reject it, you did not accept it, huh? You refuse to believe, right? But I'm looking for another word, man. I'm looking for a word here. If you refuse something, that means to say you did not want it, you did not need it, you didn't ask for it, you did not. What is the opposite of reject? Accept.
Accept.
Or you choose it. You didn't accept it, you rejected it, you didn't choose it. Right? So knowledge, and this is where where we're going to get into our text. Somebody look at Proverbs chapter 4 and verse number 7. Somebody find it quickly. So if you don't have knowledge, when you reject knowledge, it means you did not choose it, you did not accept it, you did not embrace it, and you have not sought after it. So if you didn't choose it, that means you choose something else. So look at Proverbs chapter 4 and verse number 7. I have two different translations that I want to look at here.
Proverbs 4 verse 7.
Yes.
The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get insight.
Get insight. What translation are you using?
ESV.
Oh, the English Standard Version. Alright. I'm going to read the New Living Translation. What do you have, Sister King? King James? Yeah, go ahead.
Wisdom is the principle of things. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting get understanding.
Alright. Do you have a different version, Sister King? Okay. So it says, this is the New Living Translation. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment. The New King James says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. In all you're getting, get what?
Understanding.
You see, the sad truth in this church, the sad truth in this is that given our generation that we live in today, no other generation have the kind of information we have today.
Amen.
No generation before us
Amen.
had this kind of information and this kind of technology that we have today in our generation, and especially as believers, the kind of information we have about God.
Yeah.
People before us didn't have this kind of information.
Yeah.
The very few, you see, very few people do. They have the information, but they don't get the revelation.
Amen.
We have the information, but we don't get the revelation. This is why we're not seeing the kind of radical transformation in our lives as we ought to be seeing, because information, let me tell you, without revelation can't bring transformation. Information without revelation can't get you transformed. You won't become transformed. It is revelation that gives a meaning to information.
Amen.
So regardless of the kind of information you have, if you don't understand it, if you don't get the revelation of it, you'll just be deceived. Because revelation is supposed to open your mind, give you understanding. So we could be teaching math, but if you can't see it, if you can't understand it, if you don't get the revelation, you won't see any difference. Come on, somebody. And I'm going to, oh God, I don't even want to get ahead of myself tonight. Let me show you how this works out in the spiritual world. Let's turn to John chapter 3. This will get to Genesis 3. John chapter 3. There's something I have to show you guys. John chapter 3. We're going to pick up at verse number 1 going to verse number 2. I need 2 readers. Sister Nicole, you have the Bible, right? You don't have a Bible on your phone? My days. Yeah, Maria, yeah. I know you have internet, you know. I know your thing up on cell off, you know. Alright, Princess. Alright, so Princess, go read. Go read for me, right? Go read for me, right? Alright, cool. Alright, so verse 1 to verse number 5. Princess. John chapter 3, verse 1 to verse 5. Alright, Sister Karen, I'll make you finish off with us from verse 6 to 10. John chapter 3. This is the conversation. Look, this is the conversation between a Pharisee and Jesus. This Pharisee's name is right? They're going to be talking. Jesus is going to say some things. I want you to watch clearly how this conversation is flowing. What is being said. What is being responded to. Alright? So, Princess, go ahead. John chapter 3 then? You sure? John chapter 3, verse 1 to verse number 2. We're going to read verse 1 to 5. Find it now? Where was it? John chapter 3. Listen out for the flow of the conversation. You ready now? You are 1 John, 2 John, and 3 John, so don't mix them up. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. Then John. Not 1st, 2nd, or 3rd John. That's how you go, man. That's why we're here today. Alright, go ahead. Chapter 3, verse 1 to 5.
There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher from God, for no one can do these miracles that thou doest, except God do it.
Alright, hold on. So, get this. Who came to Jesus? Nicodemus came to Jesus by night. Right? And he said to Jesus, what he said to Jesus? Rabbi, our teacher, what we know say, we say we know, you know, you come from God. Look at the text there. We know.
Amen.
We know that you are a teacher come from God, for no one can do these things that you do unless God is with him. This is being and Nicodemus taught this. Alright, go ahead, Princess, verse 3.
Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter into his mother's womb and be born?
Alright, hold on. So you get what he, after he asked Jesus that you're a man, you know you come from God because nobody can do the things you do unless God is with him. Then Jesus replies to him and says, what?
Verily.
Huh? Unless what? A man be born again, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. And Nicodemus said, what? What is it? What Nicodemus read? Look at Nicodemus in verse 4.
How can a man
Man, be born
How
again.
can a man be
you are
born again? How much time a person can born, church?
One time.
Ah! Once you come out, there's no going back
Back in.
How can a man be born when he is, not even when he is young, when he is old? Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born?
No, sir.
Verse 5.
Jesus answered, Very, very, I say unto you, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God.
So Jesus is trying to make it what? Plainer to him. Alright? Verse 6, Sister Karen, go ahead.
That which is born of the flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit.
Hold on, the Sister Karen. Jesus, they break it down to him right now, you know. You have to understand the kind of man Nicodemus was that Jesus is talking to. He is what? The Bible tells you in verse 1, he is a what? He's a Pharisee. These are the people who teach the Bible. Them study the law, the prophets, the psalms. Them can quote scriptures here. Backward, forward, them I close. This is what they do. But they also believe that being born as a Jew, you are entitled to a place in the kingdom of God. Because you are a heir of Abraham, a child of Abraham. I'm just breaking down certain things to you, alright? Go ahead, Sister Karen. So Jesus said what? That which is born of flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. 7.
Do not marvel that I say to you, you must be born again. For in those where the riches and the Spirit come, but you do not know where it comes from or where it goes. So it is everyone who is born of the Spirit. Then he was said to me, how can you say that? Jesus answered, are you the teacher of Israel and yet you do not understand these things?
Are you what? Are you a teacher? And you don't know this? You read this thing and you don't know this? So, let me ask. Let's get into Nicodemus' mind. Why couldn't he understand what Jesus was saying?
More literal.
Huh?
Literal.
Literal.
Explanation about a literal stuff.
What is written?
What is written here.
What Jesus said, what is written?
He had no revelation.
Yeah.
In the
The revelation.
They read it, but they did not understand
Understand
it.
it.
What caused that to be? Why is that?
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge causes it. It is there.
No, but
So how could he not see what Jesus is talking about? How come he couldn't understand all of these things? Why? Huh? He didn't have the insight. But there's something
the mind,
about
the mind never opened up to it.
in a car,
Carnal.
the position, the perspective that they look at the word of God, they couldn't get no revelation from it. How could a man go back into his mother's womb after he's born? Can't you see the position he's looking at? He's looking from a physical
perspective.
a carnal perspective. This is the problem, church. This is where the power is, because many times we look at scripture from a physical point of view, not knowing that God wants to teach you, but He has to touch you spiritually before you can see physically.
Amen. Amen.
Don't bust your brain.
Glory.
My days. Do you know, church, do you know what Jesus is actually saying here? He says, that which is born of flesh
is flesh.
Is flesh. That which is born of the Spirit
is spirit.
Is spirit. You're either one of the other. Because carnality will always bring carnality. The Bible says the works of the flesh. I mean, what you get out of the flesh? Corruption.
Sure.
But out of the Spirit comes what? Eternal life. You get all of these goodness. So he said, that which is born of flesh, that means to say, that mind is not transformed. Therefore, you don't have the understanding, you won't get the revelation. This is why wherever Jesus went, they have problem with him. Because they didn't get the revelation of what was written. All of Jesus can do is plain out what scriptures say about him. They had the information, but they didn't catch the revelation of what Jesus said. I said, we're looking from the wrong perspective. It's like coming to, Bible studies. You see, if you come and your intent is just why a church in a club, you just want to
come at church.
You just come with just a casual attitude. You don't really come to expect nothing, you don't come to really learn nothing, you just come. Chances are you're going to leave with nothing. But if you come with your book, your pen, what you want to see, what pastor said, they in the book, me have to try this, me have to research this for myself. One thought the pastor, if you come to receive, if you come with your mind open to receive, then God will always speak to you through His words, and there will always be revelation, church.
Amen.
But you have to open your mind, you have to seek after it, you have to choose it.
Amen.
You have to position yourself in a way to get it. It don't just happen so. You have to seek after it.
Amen.
Now, I grew up in the country. And back in the days we had a whole heap of cow. But if you know how cow eat, you'll understand something very, very important. Cow really eat piece of grass the whole day. If you chew it up, swallow it, put up in his stomach, say come up back in his mouth, and you chew it again and send it back down. It's a way of extracting all the juices and nutrients in the grass.
Amen.
You see the word of God, church? And just look at it. You can't go get nothing. It's like just chewing up the grass and spitting it up. But if you come and you reverberate it in your mind, you retain it and you consider it, even though you might not get the revelation right now, but I tell you maybe tomorrow or next week, you're going to see something and say, you get what I mean?
Amen. Amen.
You have to retain it, church. But if you come and you're just casual, you're just here just for being here's sake, you're going to leave, and all that we teach today, you never write down nothing, you never really pay attention. By your left out, you forget everything. And it serves you no good. And people we all get blessing all the time, and you miss your share.
Amen.
Because you didn't get anything. And when you consider this church, this is kind of the reality of what happened to Eve in the garden. The information was conveyed to Eve, but Eve never get the full revelation of what was passed to her.
Amen.
She never understand that this thing got some serious consequences behind it. Now, when we look at verse, turn back to Genesis chapter 3. Genesis 3. I really wanted to stay in John chapter 3. Why? 10. So tempted. But Genesis 3, verse 4 and 5. Then the serpent said to the woman, "You will not surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Right? This is Satan's reply to Eve. Remember their conversation that they're having, right? So, Satan is now here challenging what she said about, it's like he's trying to find a foothold, right? Like a loophole. He has a conversation going, and he says, you will not surely die. Remember, he said, well, if we look upon it, if we touch it, if we take it, we will surely. They will say, no, you won't surely die. God knows said, the day you eat of this tree, your eye then go up now, you will be like God, and you will know what God knows. Consider what the devil says. Why do you think? What was Satan's reason? Think. What was Satan's reason for sharing this information or saying this to Eve? We know it's ultimately one deceiver, so don't give me that. Not being early. But think a little deeper. I want you to stretch your mind a little deeper. What was the reason? We looked at it, we rehearsed it from last week. We were looking at it. What was the reason for Satan sharing this information to Eve about this fruit? Think, man.